Happy Sunday, Amanda Doll. Happy Sunday. A family day, traditionally, they say. A day of church for many a culture, religions. What do you do on a Sunday? For me, I stay in here with me Grizzles and me Captain Jack, looking at a rather empty village, well, town. Piper, nice to see you, me darling. Hey, Lee Garrett, welcome and good evening. Oh, looks like somebody's lost their mud guard for their car. That wasn't there half hour ago. It wasn't there 5 minutes ago. That's only arrived since those cars have passed and stopped at the traffic lights. Hmm. Hey, hey, hey. The Olympics. I didn't even know the Olympics were on. Wow. Cool. Moving the house around. That sounds more like things that I'd be doing. Yeah. Changing things around the house. Happy days. Rio. Hey, welcome. Yo, what's happening, Rio? Welcome to the crazy world of Stephen William Farthing. Yeah. I'm living in Spain. I'm a British man. Yeah, British Irish. Yeah. Hey, Vicky, Miss Silent Assassin. So real in this chat, we keeps it real. Yeah, we keeps it real. We shares a lot of love in this chat, this channel. So I welcome you. Today I'm sitting outside the church in a town called Ortiva, which is Granada in Spain. Yeah. There we go. And this is the chat general attitude of most of the chatters. They come to me chat. Because anybody with alternative uh, behavior issues generally don't last around here long. It's only the ones that are full of love, love to be loved, love to love. It's getting a bit windy here. Only since I sat down. Hold up. Hello. Woof woof. Bark bark. Meow meow. You speak dog language, but you don't speak human language. I know, yeah. He's one of them ones like looking like spirits rice. Yeah. Eyeballing me dog like she's gonna eat him. That's when they get my attention. I start saying hello to people eyeballing me dogs. Because in the animal kingdom, it's an attack. It's an attack thing. Is an attack thing. To stare at another dog. Dogs staring at dogs. Yeah. So I try and teach people, don't stare at me dogs. My dogs might eat you. And if they think that they're going approaching me dogs without even acknowledging me, well, then I might just trip them up. Because if they haven't acknowledged my foot sticking out, like I acknowledge their tongues and their eyeballs sticking out, well, then that's just ignorance on their part. I haven't put that into practice yet, tripping people up. But in the ideal world, in the ideal world, what am I doing? I'm asked what am I doing. Same as I always do. When I come alive on the StreamYard, pumping out to the YouTube, I be talking to the people that tune into the YouTube channel. And I hope to get a little bit of conversation, like who doing where and why they doing her instead of her, and yeah, happy days. A little bit of chit chat is good and healthy. So that's the 9:15 bell. Yeah, 9:15. I don't think I want to stick around in this wind today. So I'm going to go where I normally go. Around the corner to get some water. I've got an itchy arse. Wow. Scratching the arse in public. Hello. Hello. You know why my dog's so beautiful? Because I love him. Wow. That's a bit brighter around here, isn't it? I tell you, Lee, yeah, I've never known the town to be so darn dead. Really. It is the most dead I've ever seen this place. Morning. All good? Here. Do you drink cava? Champagne, cava. Yeah. Hey. I found 17 bottles of cava yesterday. Right. Yeah. It looks like they come from somebody's old storage. Right. But yeah, I'm not just going to give them away because nobody gives any. No, no. It was outside somebody's yard. But it looked like old bottles. And after carrying them, I carried them, dump, pick them up, carry them somewhere. Yeah. I don't drink it. No, it's champagne in it. Cava. How much you give me for 17 bottles of cava? Huh? 17. A bottle a day. How much? I bring a bottle every day down to you. I just walking around. Oh, yeah, everything's closed. And the garage Oh. Which Molinos? Oh.
In the garage, you got a vending machine.
Oh yeah, garage. Yeah. And what tobacco they got here, and same in the machines,
I'm
is
not
it?
sure if they got. They used to do Pueblo.
Oh yeah. I'll go to the garage. Slept most of the day today. Okay. I I was hoping it'd be the weather. I was hoping it'd be like something toxic in the air that wiped us all out. I hate to think it's me. Oh.
I didn't want to see it. Shit.
English fella or Spanish? Oh yeah, they deserve it. Early, ain't he identifies as a sparrow. And that's it. I don't know if you heard people saying, I got something for this fella in my bag. He makes a jewelry store, a jewelry stool. Yeah, I got something in my bag for your jewelry stool. Yeah, but I want to take the carabiner clips off first.
No, it's a display thing.
Yeah, display bag. I got loads of these, but I want some. There's even a couple of bits of jewelry in there.
Is it?
Yeah, and I'm not sure, but I think like there's two earrings, matching pair of earrings, and then it looks like there's a little bit of gold.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah, the mate was saying that we're expected rain showers on most of the weather apps that we're checking out. I've, I felt a couple of drops, and they do consider that a rainfall, don't they? It, if it hits the weather station, if not, they don't acknowledge it. Yeah.
It can just take it out in the air anyway, isn't it? Maybe on like the barometer.
Here's that pair of earrings. They are
Nice.
dress jewelry.
Logo just left there, that's gone black.
don't want them.
No?
Go with your jewellery stuff.
Yeah.
They're always thinking of you when I find stuff. You know? I just found that this evening coming out. You know? Hey, really be at it. So, hold on. Why not? Wow. Bit cloudy today. Hey, expect a little bit of rain. So that was a funny educational experience. The street drinkers. Do you drink kava? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, how much you were going to pay me a bottle for the 17 bottles I found? No, I've got other things to spend me money on. Good. A lesson learned from me. They wanted it for nothing. If you felt my muscles last night when I found those 17 bottles, and if you had felt me back this morning when I went and collected and brought them back up to where you wouldn't be giving them away. You know, if the fella had said €2 a bottle, do you get me? You know, like sound, yeah. I'd bring them down a couple of days, couple of bottles every day for him. He's gonna get a nicer high, a nicer drunk on the cava champagne than he would on friggin' deep bar. Well, that's the lessons they learn. Yep, these bells they be ringing every quarter hour, every half hour, and on the hour. I apologize if you have run away and not got the answers in time. Wow, that lounge is closed. That bar looks closed. I'm glad the what you call it's open. The Gorake, the petrol station. There he goes. Buenas tardes. Es bueno. Tú sabes. Bueno, that's what I thought, Lee. €2 a bottle would be a bargain, wouldn't it? Hello, MacGyver. What's happening, brother? See that? Laundrette. See this? Amazon locker. Cool. Well, they didn't want it for €2 a bottle. So when I be selling it for €2 a glass, I tell them you can kiss my ass. I can't remember if there's any signal here. Hey, you know what, Lee? All right, from day one that I come to the YouTube, All I have ever wanted is somebody to help me display my messenger messages, my email messages, the WhatsApp messages from the stalkers and bullies and the liars. Yeah. That is one thing I've always wanted. You know, I've asked, if anybody wants to do an audit, yeah, of a hippie community, I'll show you this hippie community. It goes for miles around, miles and miles from here down to the beach and around. Yeah, it goes inland. If anybody wanted to audit on a lying investigator, somebody that puts false, slanderous, malicious stuff on innocent people. I remember last night asking if it is possible to copy the whole conversation from a YouTube account. And other people have implied yes, it is possible. But yet, when I try, it only lets me copy a message at a time. Forwarding a message. It doesn't allow me to copy and paste. You know? I know with somebody in a computer, like those things would just be passed. And I'd catch a few liars out. A few liars out. People that are considered as people to be feared. But I could show you that those people are not to be feared. And this is one of the reasons why, like a lot of shit talkers thrive on what I got to say. Because there's all in it together. I'm there. That is my friend, Moroccan friend. I haven't seen him for about, fucking 4 years? I wonder if he circles around. I wonder if he circles around. Because he liked me, he liked Grizzles, and he loved the Captain Jack. Wow. That would be cool to have a chat with him. I know Bones has a computer, yeah, and I know Bones is willing and able to share stuff, but I'm not sure if I can share my WhatsApp and my Messenger with him for him to put up on screen. I mean, for some of the stuff, there's recorded messages, voice messages. There's video calls. Those video calls can't be brought back, but the time and dates and durations of the video calls. And this is the whole point in copying and pasting the whole conversation. The whole messenger thing. Yeah, there's one thing taking screenshots, but I've done that before. Yeah, 170 odd screenshots, 180 screenshots, and the people that I sent them to did absolutely nothing with. And also, they didn't make any sense of it either. So they kept saying. And the only reason I mention this today, is because of the last few days, this channel's being trolled by the person that originally brought me to YouTube, introduced me to YouTube. And I kind of owe it to him to share him his own truth up against his lies. The thing is I've met two people on YouTube, exactly the same attitudes, exactly the same vile psychosis since. The fella that sued his council because they refused him a blanket. You know, he keeps saying it wasn't 30 grand. Yeah. Well, in the readout on the messages that he sent me, it does state multiple payments from multiple areas, and it does amount to nearly 30 grand. Hey, Purple, nice to see you. Seagull Rock School. Good evening. Nice to see you. Gajananan Ananda. Good to see you. Well, see, Lee, this fellow will claim he never sued them because of being refusal of a sleeping bag, but to shut him up because he was attacking multiple councillors. When listening to him back in the day, he said he got 6 people fired from Shrewsbury Council. And that was triggered because they refused him a sleeping bag, a blanket, at a time where he claimed he was homeless. But the funny thing is, Lee, when you do some research on this fella, yeah, he wasn't long after selling his house, and he wasn't long after selling his business. So to go to the council, you know, with you know, like desperate enough to say, "Hey, can I have a blanket?" It's like, dude, I would have fucked him off. Do you get me? Yeah, I wouldn't have been paying no 30 grand to keep him shut up. If you have a look at the message when he returned to the UK after being in Spain, and he was begging people to contact him if they needed anything. He accidentally sent me the same message. Purple, we doing good, bro. We're doing sound, mate. Thank you. Yeah. I've had an extremely lazy day today. Mostly sleeping. I've just come into town get tobacco. And coincidentally, I got it. I've got a 30 gram of tobacco. Yep, unexpected. Because I came in without any dollar. And there's that nice couple. They likes Grizzles. They had a little chat with us. And he gave us a tenner today. You know, there's and chatting about how they's been looking through my YouTube channel. They asked how I survived. You know, like, yeah. And I told them straight. I'm lucky if I was lucky if I well, anyways. So yeah, there was yeah, they're appreciative. They're appreciative of myself, Captain and Grizzles. You know, like he said, you know, he wants me to say hello to him every time I see him in town. You know, I didn't come into town to see them. I came into town to have a walk around. Hoping to see a couple of these street drinkers. See if they want to buy a nice bottle of cava. You know, €2 bottle. Can't go wrong with that, really. I wouldn't have thought. Liter bottle. You know, champagne stuff. Together, you know. Found 17 bottles yesterday. 17 bottles of cava. They look like somebody's old cellar content. You know, some of these bottles are 2006. You get me, yeah? 2006. So I'm curious, does cava and champagne, does it go off? I know phone batteries go off, yeah? My phone battery went off last night. In like what I considered the middle of our conversation, my phone just died. And yeah, happy days. I know there's a lot of channels at the moment. They're saying, fuck him. We're not going to his channel no more. You don't come to our channel. But the truth is, yeah, with me technology, it makes it very difficult to go scanning around the channels. With my tablet, I can't join chat. I can only listen in on what's going on. And I haven't turned that on in since Sunday. Sunday was the last time I powered up my tablet. Hello. Oh wow, Purple Aki. Are you serious? It doesn't go off. Wow, cool. Mark Kelly. Hello. Long time to no see, Mark Kelly. How are you doing? How's the summer? Any vacations this year? According to Google. Wow, cool. So basically, this car is just getting better and better. Then that would be cool. Hello, argument. How you doing? You reckon, Lee? You reckon from 2007? You reckon these bottles might be worth $1 or two? So them street drinkers have lost out, then, eh? Maybe I need to take photographs of the labels and put them up somewhere. Yeah. Anybody want a bottle of vintage cava? Or does anyone want to pay me €1,000 to drink 17 bottles of cava? I know it's a bit of a random, me sitting here and my mate driving past and me potentially expecting him to turn around and come back see me. Um, we'll see. Hey Lee, I'd drink a thousand. I'd drink 17 bottles if somebody put £1,000 there. Yeah, I'd drink 17 bottles before I went to sleep. You get me? Nay bother for $1,000. Do right. Don't worry about the hangover, bro. Don't worry about that, mate. Huh? I'd have plenty of food and plenty of water to, like, yeah. Even if it took me a 36-hour life, or a weekend life. You do that as well. Cool. Come on then, Lee. You and me will drink. We'll drink 17 bottles for £1,000. Come on, let's have a party. Like when you think, like it's only one bottle an hour. Yeah, drink a bottle an hour. Like take it nice and steady, or like drink a bottle every 2 hours, nice and steady. Drink it over 2 or 3 days. Yeah, that'd be all right, wouldn't it? Hey, you can imagine. Yeah, that'd pay for your bloody holiday, wouldn't it, Lee? But you know what I could do? Every party night, yeah, every party night, come down to the parties with a couple of bottles. You get me, yeah? After hours, you know, when they ain't got no drinks left, when the pubs are closed. Wow. It'd pay for a month in Poland with change. But there you go, Seeley. That'd be a double free holiday, wouldn't it? Come to Spain, get pitched up on Cava, vintage Cava, and then go to Poland for a month. You know, that'd be a smart week. That'd be a smart fucking holiday. Tenner a bottle. That's it, mate. Tenner a bottle. Imagine 17 bottles. If I sold all 17 bottles for a tenner, I'd buy a phone straight away. If I sold them all in one night, tenner a bottle, I'd buy a phone. Simple as. At the moment, any little dollar that I've been receiving is like fuck food. Like can I fuck off food and justify not eating? But can I fuck off the chicken free tablets? You know, for a mobile phone? Nah, nah. My dogs get too much attention, positive attention, to be ignoring the chicken free tablets. That's one of my excitements, like being able to afford the treatment for the dogs and treats. It's like, yeah, they're very uncomfortable seeing agitated because them's got creepy crawlies. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, find somebody pissed enough and gagging for a drink. You get me, yeah? Yeah, I'll swap these 2 bottles for your phone. There's some dirty black cloud coming over now. You see the contrast? Don't know. Can you see the difference? I can see them. There you go. I've sent a link just in case Mark Kelly wants to come and have a chat on panel with us. That banger of an Audi driving up and down every freaking night. Every night I've seen them just driving up and down, up and down. I wonder if they're undercover cops. I mean, driving in a banger of a car, you know, yeah, you can hear it's not running properly. You can see when it moves, it don't move properly. Would the coppers be driving in such a bad condition vehicle? We're walking away from the petrol station now. We've sat there long enough. There goes my mate, the baker. He's not my mate. He's just got a nice bakery. He's got a nice bakery, bar, coffee shop. I think at one point it used to be a bit of a restaurant. Earth Angel Lucy, T1. What's happening? Just give you guys a heads up. We're talking about getting drinking 17 bottles of champagne, 17 bottles of cava. Yeah, I found 17 bottles of cava last night, and they're dated 2007. One, I think most of them are 2007. It looks like they've come out of somebody's old collection. Yeah. I wouldn't know what cava tastes like. Really, I think I've drank a bottle when I was 15. I don't think I've drank any since. Skeeters in the house. How is Lucy? Fizzy wine, cheap wine. Oh, cava's cheap wine, is it? Okay. Cheap fizzy wine. Oh, learn something new every day. I thought Cava was cheap champagne, like poor man's champagne. I do know here in Spain they celebrate New Year's Eve predominantly with cider. They call it sidra, but sidra is Spanish for cider, and that comes in champagne bottles. What I consider champagne bottles: cava, champagne, and sidra. You normally see them with the wired down, what you call them? It's there goes the church bells. 10 o'clock. Well, Friday evening I walked home with the meat and cheese in my bag and fry up material. Yesterday we had the fry up materials, and today the lady cooked chicken burgers or breaded chicken fillets. They were good. And tomorrow we'll eat the sausages. Hopefully a sausage casserole. Get cabbage tomorrow in town. Make a sausage casserole. The town's all closed up today. There's only one bar. Well, it's a pizzeria. There's only one place open in town today that I've seen. Wow, it's windy. It's very, very windy. Uh, Mate, the local wines are like sherry. Yeah, them's like port, like sherry. Very often, anyways. Yeah, and yeah, we got lots of wine in these mountains around here. Lots of wine. Uh, White, rosés, and reds. And to be honest with you, the whites and the reds, oh mate, it's some experience. I had one belly full of wine. You remember when I went up to there was the village above me, Sauviland. I went to one of their festivals, the Goat Festival, last year. missed it this year. I went up last year and I got drunk. Yep, I got very, very drunk. But I didn't notice it until I went to sleep. When I went to sleep, I woke up and puked up. Good job I had a bucket at hand, a sick bucket. Too much of their mountain wine. Like I said, very strong, like double the strength of wines that I'm used to. I used to go for a Shiraz. It would be like 13, maybe 14%. But them sherries, import, blah. Very sweet, very creamy in texture. We're currently walking uphill now, walking towards the Epi community. This is right, I found them. I did. I found 17 bottles. 17 bottles of Cava. And most of them, from what I see on the date, 2007. Yeah. And from what Purple Aki said about the Google search, they don't go off. The flavor, they evolve. Yeah. So they might get better. You know? They might get better. They might be better tasting today than if you got a fresh one from the shop. I can feel moisture in the air. It feels like it will rain. It does feel like rain. But I feel proud. I feel proud to be me. Yeah, and like Argument says, if anybody gonna survive in World War III, I might. It'll be one man. And like I said, Argument, 2.5 years ago, you know, my mountain will be a survivor's post. You know, only those that are willing to survive will make it to us. Unfortunately, in the 2.5 years, I've been saying, hey, help us create this space. And it's there for you, your youths, your grandchildren, anybody, you know, in times of need. So long as we got the fruit trees. But there ain't no fruit trees up there. So it's still a 5 or 6 year project to get the fruit trees up there. And then after that, it's just, yeah. But in the meantime, I'm preoccupied helping other people now. Helping people helping me. No harm in that. I got a roof over my head. I got somebody to talk to. I got somebody that I can help. Because she a retired lady. It's nice to be able to help her. It's nice for her to have somebody to chat to. Her children grown up, moved out, and moved on. And this lady was always my friend since I lived in this area. We've always been sociable. We've always been there for each other. And so it's really nice now at a time of need. And as you know, pensioners, yeah, them can't afford another mouth, another full bodied. So, and it's not fair that she'd have to pay for the image, you know. I do a few jobs around the place to help her out for use of the caravan. And she does more than really like invites me to coffee for the mornings. Although this morning I refused. Uh, having my mate's land just around the corner, that would be a great relief. To have my own little space, but to be able to still help with the lady, helping free at the same time. That was a nice walk around the block, if I must say so. Because that's all I've done really. Just walked around the block. It's a big block from here down to town and back again. There's a party in that pool last night when we walked up here. Yep. They had a pool party and a barbecue. And now it's empty. There's nobody around. So they must have just come down for the night or the weekend. Go back to go back home, go back to work today, I guess. Ready for tomorrow. This used to be a nice place to walk past, seeing all the local pottery out on the pavement. I've only ever seen that in Morocco and here. Right. You make real survival videos. You live it. I agree. I love watching stuff like that. Yes. He would smash it up. Take stuff with Steve. No fake stuff with Steve. The real deal. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, argument. Wow. Somebody been gardening. I'm not sure that's even legal. Dumping your gardening wear at the local bins. I don't think that's even legal. Right, you boys pissing around the place have encouraged me to have a piss now. Right. Well, getting home now. Not far from the home now. Unfortunately, phone ain't gonna survive too long. Oh yeah. Looks like somebody drank a bottle of that stuff last night or yesterday. Never seen an empty bottle there. That's where I stashed them. Only 20 meters away, 50 meters away from where I found them, I stashed them. Right. And don't keep pulling me, yeah? Just because you want to sniff. It's not fucking fair. You keep yanking on me. You don't like it when I yank on you, and you're on the fucking lead, under control. That's why I would be yanking. Not because I want to sniff piss. Dirty bastard. Do you get me? Now where is he? What are you doing? Come on. Acting like fucking. Oh, dear. He's up to no good. Otherwise, why would he be rolling onto his back? Miss Magpie. Yeah, me dear. It looks like it's definitely going to rain here tonight. That cloud feel there's already drizzles of rain, but it's like misty rain at the moment. Very warm. It's very warm tonight. Due to the cloud cover. Holding the heat in. So it would be nice if it rained. doggy dinner time or supper time, should I say? Yeah, no point in having that freaking camera on in the dark. There you go. That was like a few days after I left the hippie community in 2020. That photo. I think it was the day after, to be honest. Yeah. That's that photo was taken in Wisconsin. 22, 22. How are you? How are you? Everything going nice where I am. I got a fresh packet of tobacco. I got papers. And I got some nice black stuff to smoke. And I got 17 bottles of kava. I'll take a photo of them, a little video of them tomorrow. When I get my phone charged up. How much battery have I got left? Oh, 48%. Wow, that's not bad. 48%. Oh dear, that bread that I bought Friday is too hard for me to be munching up, so I've just thrown them out to business. He thinks I looks a bit like Armchair Arthur. Has he got more teeth or less? Yeah, Armchair Arthur came came about there about a year ago, as far as I'm aware, and the people jumped on him, same as they jumped on me. I remember how, yeah, lots of people jumped on this channel. They didn't last long though, because I seen through a lot of them. I got a Manc accent. Yeah, nice man, and he got laughs about him. Good stuff. For me, like I said, I seen so many people latch onto him for the undesirables. It was like, yeah, that was, but for me, that's enough reason for me not to pay too much attention. I don't like to corrupt folks' channels. You get me? Not. My audio's low because I've come indoors. I've come in off the street. Captain's having a treat. Grizzly's having a treat. I'm having a treat. No, not started raining yet. Ask away, Miss Magpie. Ask away. Remember, you might not like my answers, but ask away. And if it's $1 million answer to the question, then I might charge you $2 million for the answer. Yes, Mrs. Magpie. Demand the Black Watch comes back. Hmm? It's not my fault he gets upset because broke fishing comes up on panel. They're not. I've asked them to sort out between themselves. I don't want to be torn between peoples. You know, I like Black Watch. Same as I like broke fishing. Hmm? I noticed, Miss Magpie. I've noticed. Yes, we can. I bet there's more people that you're friends with that I don't like on this YouTube than there is of you not liking my people's. And in all fairness, there's not too many of the people you don't like that comes to this channel. Mm. And I think there's even less of the people I don't like. So it's nice that we do share some people that we enjoy. And sometimes, Mr. Magpie, you got to remember, it's not that I like the people, it's that I don't know the people, and I wish to get to know them before I make my own judgments. Exactly. Each to their own, you know, each to their own. Hey, Queen Nessie. Hello, Queen Nessie. I think that's the first pinned message this evening, at least. That's a cooling out. Oh, I never noticed what was being. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do remember now. I know exactly what you're on about, Lee, but I forgot there momentarily what was being what had been said. Uh, Loose tongues, well, loose fingers. Hey, you having a smoke break? I was just thinking about rolling smoke. I didn't smoke for more than a week, and I'm smoking so little this last since Thursday. I got a tiny little bit of packaging with the tobacco and paper, and I get proper stuff. Only 18 Celsius. Wow, that's like colder than the average winter day here for me. And that's what makes life so attractive in Spain. You know, like coming from homelessness in the UK and Ireland, like homelessness in Spain is actually, you can understand, like very attractive, you know. Although I'm in a caravan, I'm not quite the most homeless of homeless, but it's like temporary. Just helped me get a bit of me inner strength back that I've lost over the 4 years. It's not what she's painting, it's who she's painting, I'd be asking. Have you got a model to be painting? Who is your model? I never got into painting or decorating. That's one profession I've never got into. Although, saying that, I did a decor in a couple of nightclubs, you know, for the occasional party night. Have to set up and then pack down. I actually enjoyed that as well, decorating nightclubs for particular DJs. Oh, it wasn't the DJs that I was aware of. It was the clubs. Oh, painting a mystical horse. Mythical horse. Hmm. I've noticed Miss Magpie. There's one chat where I guaranteed to see Black Watch. Yeah, since he left here, he do like to go to Queen Nessie's chat. Bare bones. What's happening, brother? Where you been all day? Cool, Miss Magpie. That sounds like fun. I like recycling travel. That's brilliant. It's a shame I wasn't into filming and photography back then. It's straight down the history of me camping that hippie community. It was brilliant. Living art that I used to create there. Recycled trampolines from a human-sized bird cage hanging from trees to a yurt and a huge, massive dream catcher to sleep on. Yeah, bare bones. I tried copying the messages from Messenger earlier. They wouldn't let me. They let me forward the messages. Yeah. WhatsApp lets me copy and paste the whole page, but Messenger doesn't. Uh, oh, we had a hammock accident there a few months ago. Yeah, I picked Grizzlies up, put him in the hammock, and his clothes went straight through it. Oh my lord! What happened with you in the hammock, Mr. Magpie? I take it you fell out of it. Yeah. What happened? Was it not tied properly? Well, the meat I had, I gave to the captain. The bread, Grizzlies ate, and the cheese I've had is a 5 cheese mix. Yeah, yeah, 5 cheeses in one bag. Yum 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 yum. 150 grams of cheese. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Magpie. Oh no, you spun around and threw you on the ground. Oh, on concrete. Oh my dear. Ouch. Over there. I'm imagining the places where I put in hammocks. Over there. Hammocks are fucking weird. I've never been too confident with getting in hammocks, to be honest with you, Magpie. I've never, I've never been too comfortable with hammocks. I don't think they've ever spun around with me on them. They've they've snapped in the middle. I've had them snap in the middle. Come apart at the ends where they've not been tied properly. Uh, I can't remember ever spinning around in one. Oh, that sounds like it must have hurt. And if you still got a sore arm from it, then yeah, guaranteed that blooming hurt. Going on the concrete. Yeepers, no thank you. Making use of the MIG welder. Happy days. What is there? MIG, TIG, and arc welding, no? Is it MIG, TIG, and arc? Rods, coils, rods, electric, and gas. Wanted to have a go on the MIG welder. But he said, no, that's because this is. Yeah? You got to buy yourself one, Miss Magpie. Yeah, miss. You buy yourself one, you do what you like with it. Well, you can't play with a man's tools. Get your own toolkit. Want to do the flash dance movie scene. I think you'd have to be a woman to know that movie or that dance, whatever these girls are on about. Please off the bed, ladies and gentlemen. 5 to 10 p.m. British time. I think hardly get to bed before 10 o'clock. Yep, good idea. I'm on my bed already. So it looks like it's just myself, Miss Magpie, and Queen Nessie. All the lads have gone to bed. Oh no, Bare Bones, you still with us? Yeah. Queen Nessie's going to have a coffee. And then she's going, where are you going? Where are you going this time of day? Bompravecce, Capravecce, bon appetit, Signor King Charles III. Happy days. Queen Nessie, like is nice here in the caravan up here. It's quiet. There ain't no crazy screaming from neighbors. There ain't no craziness. Full stop. Really, it's very calm and relaxing up here. Yeah. And the lady who's kindly let me in her caravan, she got her own place, stone's throw away. It's very quiet. It's very relaxing. There's plenty of chores to get on and do. There's appreciation. You know, I can feel the appreciation as I do things. You know, yeah. I've been cutting down trees, been dragging branches from the trees I cut, piled them up. Then there's branches of trees that were cut a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Drag them down to the garden, ready to cut them. Been tidying them around the woodsheds and tidying around the land, watering the land on Friday. That was a quick, busy day Friday. Yeah, that was a very busy day Friday. Yeah, when the lady wants anything from the shops, I go down to town, collect groceries. Yeah. But it's like I got to be careful and not to tire myself out. If you get me, yeah, I'm enthusiastic. I can work, and I like to work. But at the same time, I could easily burn out. Because um, I'm still not quite. I'm nowhere near recovered from the fatigue, dehydration, and malnutrition. That would take a few months settled, proper care and nutrition before I'd be strong again. Good question. What's King Charles III eating for supper tonight? And that's Spanish hours, isn't it? Hey, having dinner at 10 o'clock. What's having for dinner tonight, King Charles? I was gonna have cheese and meat sandwiches, but the meat was a bit too sweaty, so shared that with the dogs. Yeah, and the bread was hard, so gave that to Grizzles. Captain don't want no bread. I gave that to Grizzles, and yeah, I just munched on 150 grams of cheese, mixed cheeses. That was tasty. Yum, yum, yum. Did anybody have a roast dinner today? Oh, roast dinners, roast potatoes, cabbage, mashed turnip, mashed potato, carrots, peas, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, roast. What would I have? Roast lamb, beef, or roast chicken. Oh yeah, on the Indian. They plans tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow I'll be taking the ladies' blankets down to the laundry. Either tomorrow or the day after. I'm not sure yet. Maybe tomorrow. Just go to the village, get a cabbage and some carrots, come back and make a sausage casserole. Whoa, jeepers. He's just in from work. Wow. I've just come in from a nice walk down to the town and back. I remember my last roast dinner. Yeah, I do. It was when I was doing my community service. That was the last roast dinner I had. You staying home for them 4 days of your King Charles? You over here. Oh yeah, yeah. Naga Naga. I never heard of it. Naga. She's on a food shop tomorrow. That's when she be stocking up on her haggis, banoffee pie, cheesecakes. Yeah, yeah, over 200. It is proper amazing how much price changes from 20. Well, yeah, I think the lowest I've seen is about 15 euros, and then it goes up to like 400 or 500 euros. That's a big change in prices. Here, Nessie, King Charles, Miss Magpie. I found 17 bottles of cava yesterday. 17 bottles of cava. I stashed them last night. Yeah, I stashed them last night because I didn't want to bring them home. And then I went down and collected them this morning or this afternoon. Cava, brut, like what do you call it? Cheap champagne, isn't it? No alcohol since April the 2nd. Wow. Wow. Well, you know, I'm not a drinker. I haven't drank since Thursday, ain't I? It's my bike. Are you having a drink tonight? What you drink? What was your preferred drink when you was drinking, Joe? Or did you go for a few pints? Guinness? Nope. And having a smoke just rolled it now. Need I ask what's going on in the chat there, Mr. Magpie? Or will I use my educational? Yeah. Was it that one Lee was waiting for? See, now see, this chat is all about protecting one another. Yeah. It's one of those things that we do as family and friends. Community. You know, we don't tolerate lies and unnecessary upsets. And as much as I've always said, you know, like, don't do this, don't do that, because I can't see it, I can't control it, I don't know what goes on. It comes back on me, it comes back on this channel. You know, some people know better, and they does better than I do. And rather than have an upset, you know, sometimes it's just like the upset bypasses me. You can hardly hear me. That's because I'm so far away from the phone. I don't like talking loud when I'm in the caravan. I like talking loud when I'm out on the streets. But when I'm in my own space, I think there's nobody that can hear me. being the head mod, Missy Magpie being one of the head mods. Yeah, that's the prerogative that you have. You like King Joe's, being head mods is a prerogative that you have. It's your rights, you know. Step in when I can't be there. My first joint in a few hours. I said, I'm not smoking as much. A tiny, tiny little bit of hash I put in the paper now. Tiny, tiny little bit. Don't need to smoke a lot. I've noticed that. I already feel stoned. On Thursday, I was convinced by a 10 spot. Weighed it up, it was 3 grams. So that's not too bad a price. 3 grams for €10. And I've still got more than half of it left. Wow. This time last week, I was still walking up from the river. Wow. Hello, homeless and proud. Wow. They wanted 1950 to get into Stirling Castle. Wow. Homeless and proud. Me too. Can I ask you, where are you homeless? Yep. I'm a live streaming from sunny Spain. I used to be homeless in England. I've been homeless in Ireland. I'm basically homeless since, although this since last Monday. I've been staying in the caravan. It's still considered homeless. It's not mine, although I'm invited. Well, 16 for the jail and 8 for the church. I wasn't paying any of them. Yo, yo, the chef, the chef. Good evening, good afternoon. Well, homeless and proud. Oh, during my time in the UK and in Ireland, homeless, like competing with the weather. Yeah, it was horrible. At least here in Spain, got beautiful weather. But, like seriously beautiful weather. Walking around the cities, like I guess life can be richer. Like the food quality for a lot of the homeless centers that I went to, absolute like restaurant material quality in comparison to the soup runs and night shelters and day centers I experienced in the UK. Because here is mostly sunshine, and in the south of Spain, it's mostly sunshine, like warm. Like yeah, it's important to be around water and fresh fruit. Yeah. It can be very, very. mm, I find it easier to be homeless in Spain. Yeah. There's less greed, for example, and in the UK and in Ireland, there's there's a lot of abuse, racial abuse, you know, drink and drug abuse that you'd have to encounter or that I'd have to encounter. Here in Spain, there doesn't seem to be that. And there's so much adventure here in Spain. For me, walking along the coastline, full of adventure. Wow. You know. Well, um, got on the plane, got on a plane and flew to Spain. I was selling the big issues in Bristol until the day before I came to Spain. You can get cheap flights off season. I think I paid what was it, £17 or something like that, maybe £25 for a ticket to Spain, one way. packed up and went. I had a bit of warning that I was coming to Spain. You know, I spent 8 months from my first vacation. I came to Spain, came out of jail on license, applied for my passport, got my passport, first ever passport, and came to Spain like that. Came on first for a 10-day vacation, recognized it's good for my health, and then spent the next 8 months. When should I get back to Spain? And one day just packed me bag and booked a flight, and I was here 24 hours later. Yo, 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 bare bones. What's happening? I was in my caravan, bro. Well, I'm in the caravan. Uh, just got back from going to town. Needed tobacco. Run out of tobacco. I did. I only smoked two smokes today. Now I'm smoking my fourth because I smoked one when I sat down earlier in the garage after getting my tobacco. I sat down and rolled one. That was just a cigarette. Now I'm smoking it. I'm homeless and proud. It's that damp that nearly killed me in the UK. And in Ireland, rotting my lungs. Since I'm here in Spain, I don't need any of the asthma inhalers, and I don't need any of the steroid tablets that they had me prescribed on. There ain't the depression or the anxiety that I had when based in the UK. Here is better for my health. Although it's very isolating being homeless anywhere. You know, here in Spain, I suppose there's a lot of tourism along the coast where I survive best. I think King Charles Alicante is the airport, not far from the city of Alicante. A nice little walk. The damp, you know, the weather in the UK, very depressing. Very depressing. It encourages the anxiety, you know, being depressed, anxious to do things, depression from the restrictions. I think Alicante is possibly the cheapest airport as well. I think Malaga airport can be a bit more expensive normally. So, yeah, cheapest flights, I think, direct to Alicante. Full of action, rock seagull, rock sport, full of action we are. Yep. Got a new chair. Homeless and proud. Oh dear. Every time you want those 150. Jesus. Oh dear. They must seize you coming, King Charles. What the heck? I don't think I would have made it to Spain if it was 150 a ticket, to be honest with you. Okay, chef. You have a good meal, my dear. Happy cooking. Oh, King Charles. For me, I've been sleeping most of the day. Real. I don't know what it is. I just switched off today. So yeah, I've had a great day. Yeah, I've eaten. I've been down to the town, got some tobacco. I'm sat here with my dogs. I know. Yep, I'm a yawning. So I guess Loch Nessie. I had Loch Nessie. Chicken with potato, rock and cheese. Oh yes, please. Homeless and proud. I've been here 10 years. Hmm? 10 years I've been here, and I wouldn't go back to the UK and Ireland for nothing. Yeah, particular dates because you're working. I understand that. When I first came here on holidays, that was in the month of January, and then I think I paid about 40, maybe 45 for the return ticket. 45 most. And I can't remember, was it 15, 17, but it was under 20 when I came over. In the September 2014. September 2014. Wow. 501. For myself, there's opportunity. Like, if you're cool, like everywhere you go, there can be opportunities. For me, I've had much love shown to me since being in Spain. As a homeless wanderer that I am, and for me, I never sat still anywhere really. I kept moving for better opportunities. But I've noticed that people do just sit around here in Spain because life is and can be comfortable. One thing I've noticed is like I never really liked tourist areas, and all along the coastline is tourists, 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 especially this time of year. Right here, price is zero. You just pay the tax. Whoa. How can they afford to do that? I asked the same question years ago when they were giving tickets to France on from Southampton or Portsmouth. Uh, £1 ticket. I thought that would be impressive. I never went though. You had 22 Celsius today, Max. Wow. Driving from Scotland, nice drive. That's sensible shopping, King Charles. Return tickets for 50. That's sensible shopping. Why spend £1,000 on a return? Yeah, means when you know you can get them for 50 a return. And be a frequent flyer like yourself. 50 quid return. That's basically what a nice dinner out. You know, I think we pay more than 50 quid for most restaurant dinners these days. Listen, proud personally, I'm a wanderer. Like yeah, it's only recent times where I've almost been forced to settle. I landed in a hippie community that isn't very hippie. It's more, like deadbeats. They haven't gone anywhere else, and they just sit around getting inebriated, robbing each other all day, every day. Um, Different strokes for different folks. For me, I had a quick look up in the north of Spain. I didn't think much of it. Mm, Murcia, for example, a very rich city, very rich city. That's why I stayed for a year. My first year here in Spain, very rich there. Walking through, along the river, through loads of villages, getting to the beach. Then it's all just built up and touristy. Different people every day. Kept walking, got as far as Benidorm. Um, Came back around via Elche, and then stayed in Murcia then a couple of months more. Reason to students I had, they were sitting their exams. I was just a language assistant. People reached out to me from their professions, needing better English qualifications. So they reached out to me. So I assisted them. Mm, Coming down as far south as I am, on the Granada coast, going through Almeria is a very exploited area, to say the least. The polytunnels, greenhouses. Granada, like Andalusia, is probably what some of the poorest provinces in Spain. The poorest of provinces in Spain, the least developed, and I think that's a lot to do with the Moorish communities this here, Arabic communities, because the Granadas are still at war with the Arabics for the history. The whole coastline here is very close and very near to the Morocco and Africa. And so I think that's half the reason why there's little built up in these areas. Walking around to Cadiz, Tarifa, Cadiz, um, is very Arabic, a lot of settled gypsy environments, not so rich. Going into Seville, a very rich city, very touristy city. But for me, I didn't like it. It was too much on the Atlantic coast. There, I felt my chest was like tight and like yeah, went very well on that part of the coast. But that's like the west coast, almost the southwest coast. Coming back to Malaga is warmer, better climate for me. Natural medicine. So I'm kind of like 35 kilometers from the sea by road. 35 kilometers to walk by road. As the eagle flies about 10 kilometers from the beach. So although it's inland at the base of Sierra Nevada, um, it's still got a coastal, not too far from the coast. Some parts of these mountains, climb up these mountains, you'd see the coast. So each their own. Depends on what environment you're comfortable with. I know what I'm comfortable with. I like working environments. I like the fruit, vegetable that's available in Spain, the south of Spain. North of Spain, different fruit and vegetables. And in all fairness, walking around Spain, like you'll feel your place. Do you get me? Yeah. People are quite open and encouraging and inviting. But then, like we look out for what we're familiar with. Personally, I stayed away from the English Irish touristy areas. You know, I came to Spain for Spanish culture and Spanish, you know, yeah. So I stick around predominantly with Spanish. We've such uh, shared with the homeless peoples, from what I experienced. There's no need for, like cash as such, you know. And for me, like, fairness now, I was encouraged to live. Yeah. As I would be walking from one place to the next, many folk would stop me saying that they've seen me elsewhere and they're impressed with the way that I'm living. Like they paid for me meals at bars and restaurants. They've invited me to tables. They've invited me into a hotel for 5 nights. You know, that happened once, getting invited to stay in the hotel. You know, that was in Alicante. I've walked past bars and restaurants, and people have called me over. Like yeah, hey, fair play. You learning Spanish because you want to, keeping your part preoccupied. Happy days. One thing I suggest is like for Google, yeah, don't rely on Google Translate to teach you Spanish. Google is one of the worst. Yeah, the Spanish will laugh at you, know, and they'll almost be insulted. Hey, am I righteous? That's what I've learned when I've relied on these translating programs. Yeah. But the level of Spanish that I've got is very basic. Mighty, mighty righteous. Welcome in, good sir. I was listening until you finished your live last night or this morning. It looked like you had quality people on panel, and I was there in the caravan where I don't really like to go live, just in case I disturb the neighbor. She's elderly, you know, so I don't want to be upsetting her. One thing I've recently learned is like there's more and more places around Spain. There's less and less encouraging of the tourism. I've been hearing about big protests, um, spreading posters and flyers anti-tourism around the coast of Spain. That's something I wouldn't like to be experiencing. That's basically what I experienced on the streets of Bristol. It's like, yeah, being real homeless rather than having an apartment or a bed sit, and then using the day centers and soup runs. I was genuinely homeless. And so, it's like a lot of abuse gets shown at us. Get bare bones, brother. Back in the house, bare bones. I understand that homeless and proud. I've lived that, so I know. Yeah, that's why it's easier just keep walking with the rucksack. Yeah, not Miss Magpie. No hellos for Missy Magpies or Miss Mrs. B. No hellos for Steve. Sort him out, Mrs. Magpie. Give him a 5-second timeout. Oh, but you can't because he's a super mod. You sound like a healthy person and homelessness and proud. Homeless and proud. Away from all the strife. Never time out bones, eh? That's terrible. Not even if the channel host insisted you timed them out. Eh? You got favoritisms over the bare bones than me now, Mr. Magpie, is it? Is it? Do you hear that, bare bones? Eh? Bare Bones, do us a favor. Say hello to Miss Magpie, please. Please, Bare Bones. Say hello to Miss Magpie. She just had a smoke, bro. Yeah? She getting a little bit power on. That must be some good ganja. She getting a power on. I tell you what, I did exactly the same when I was in England and Ireland. I'd head out of town It's better to walk a couple of miles. It's safer. I wouldn't pitch the tent up, for example. It's always safer out of town rather than in town parks. Whenever it did stay in town, more often than not, there's troubles. Uh, I've been started on so many times because I look homeless, and that only happened in England. VC. I don't know who VC is, my friend. We've been letting VC know on his libraries. Hmm. Well, it's bang on midnight. We got the 0000. There you go, Miss Magpie. There's the hello. How are you? Go, Miss Magpie. How are you now? You've been spoken to the barebones. How are you now? Are you feeling better? That's the first time you're in Grizzly Park in here. That's a bark at a dog. It's got a different bark than the barks with foxes or people. Living with him for 4 years, I noticed the differences. I, I've just checked up on him. He's all right. He's still laid down, so there ain't nothing bothering him. Kissing me candy. Good evening. Homeless and proud. Yeah, I go live most evenings. Most evenings I go live. Nowadays I've got to conserve my battery, so I charge up during the day and then use it. Go live at night. Yep. Yep. And thank you for joining. Look forward to communicating more. And I'll try and get to the channel and subscribe to you. And we'll see you good. Keeping it real. Love for the love. Much love for sure. As we turn it off in a minute. Because I'm yawning. And I think I've only got 20 battery left. It says 24%. So I'll probably go and tune into Bare Bones. If Bare Bones is live. It's figs, blackberries, and grapes in season at the moment. I'm going to start going out looking for blackberries, figs. I think pomegranates in season as well. Because figs, pomegranate, and grapes grow pretty much everywhere. Yeah, I shouldn't have any issues finding a couple of good, healthy trees. Live for watching us here. All right, Bare Bones. I'll close live now. I wish you all a good night and see you over in Bare Bones' chat. Oh, please. slaughtering zombies. I don't like zombies. But yeah, encouraging bare bones to slaughter them zombies. I like that. Miss Magpie, thank you very much, my darling. Queen Nessie, King Charles III, Blackie. It was nice to see Mark Kelly in the chat earlier. An argument. Nice to see argument in the chat. Yeah. Lee Carrick. Happy days. And our new chatter, homeless and proud. We look forward to chatting you some more. Happy days. In actual fact, I'm going over to YouTube before this stream ends. So I have to wait for the live chat to be loaded. That'll be at least 2 extra subscribers today. Although I'm pretty sure most of the people in the chat would have subscribed to Homeless and Proud, because that's what people do in this chat. They subscribe to people's. A big shout out to the chef, Eco Rocksport, MacGyver, Mikey Righteous, Broke Fishing, Black Watch. God, who else do we call out? Streetlight Spirituality, Mr. E, Sir Big Nuts, Earth Angel Lucy, Jane, Johnny Woodsman, Henry Crinkles, Chubby Rain, Barb's Pinion, James Sawyer, Robert Lee, Mr. Beautiful Blues. Oh, and let's throw in one of those ones that's really taken an obsession with us. Yugi's World. Now, if you don't know Yugi's World, 50-year-old gamer, well then, his channel's quite funny sometimes. He's gone for a bit of an artistic touch of recent, which has got to be encouraged and promoted, I guess. The amount of emphasis he puts onto this channel, I think, is quite comical. And that's for this channel here. All right then. Night, ladies and gentlemen.